Welcome to 8th grade English here at Egan. I'm Carrie Bruzelius.
And I'm Dana Hardister.
And we're going to take a moment to tell you a little bit about ourselves, and then we'll tell you a little bit about what to expect in our co-taught class this year. So I'm Carrie Bruzelius. I'm a Bay Area native. That picture is a picture of my family, my husband, my two girls, and my son. My daughters are both here in LASD. My oldest is a 7th grader at Egan. My middle one is a 5th grader at Allman, and my son is just 4. And then I have one other baby, and he's a 13-year-old beagle. I've been in education for at least 10 years. I think I might be on 11 or 12, but I stopped counting. I've taught all grades from 6 through 12, English, and I've been an instructional coach a few years ago in the area of literacy, and then this is my 6th year here at Egan. And finally, my education, I do have a single subject in English, as well as I have my Master's of Education in Curriculum Instruction.
And I'm Dana Hardister. I'm also a Bay Area native. Grew up in San Jose and Fremont for high school. I went to UC Davis for my undergrad and have a Bachelor of Science in Human Development. My master's degree is from San Jose State. My husband and I live in Half Moon Bay, and we enjoy spending time with our friends and family, traveling, and going to sporting events. Go Sharks! This is the beginning of my 25th year in education, and more than 15 of those years have been spent at the middle school level. This is the co-taught class. So what does that mean? There are 2 teachers. We have a content specialist and a instructional strategy specialist. So for the 2 teachers, we both take responsibility for the students, accountability for their learning, and with the 2 of us, it's able to bring the ratio down for student to teacher ratio. We do organize our lessons around the Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, and these principles are the philosophy that we follow that will allow us to have a wider range of access for all students. This allows more access points into the curriculum, and it also allows for greater differentiation so that we can expand students' learning. The ultimate goal of a co-taught class is to develop lifelong learners.
So our curriculum, we continue to use the reading workshop curriculum that our students here at LASD have been doing for the last 4 or 5 years now. The basic philosophy behind reading workshop is that students will read every day about things and book genres that interest them. The more students read books that are engaging to them, the easier it is to get them to read more complex books and for them to engage in deeper strategies and strategic thinking and analytical thinking. So where we come in is that we provide that direct instruction of the skills and strategies needed to read tougher texts and to do the work of literary analysis within the text, as well as moving them into synthesis of several texts. The ultimate goal here really is to develop lifelong readers. Our writing curriculum, again, it really goes back to that engagement of choice and students being engaged based on what they want to write about, what they want to engage in, right? So students will write every day for real purposes and about things that interest them. Here's where we provide direct instruction of craft and of writing through practice, conferring, and study of mentor texts. Our biggest goal is to, in that specific and direct instruction, is to help them develop their voice in their writing so that they can write coherently and clearly. But also, our ultimate goal is to develop lifelong writers, people who enjoy writing. Even if it's not their favorite thing, they can get it done and they don't mind it, kind of thing. So
assessment. As part of our commitment to being a professional learning community, we develop common assessments throughout the year. These include, but are not limited to, rubric for major writing assessments, pre and post assessments, which are used to inform instructional practices, and reading assessments.
So communication, we definitely try to communicate, and this goes back to that UDL method of we try to communicate often and in many different ways. So students will have live meets, class meets. They'll also have conferring times where they'll meet one-on-one with a teacher as well as in small groups. Weekly plans will be sent out and made available to students. We email them, as well as we leave comments on assignments in Google Classroom. Parents, we try to communicate with you just as much as we do with the students. So we also send out the weekly plans to you, as well as emailing those parent pages and give you unit overviews. One of the things we recommend you doing is reviewing Google Classroom with your student. A way that you might do that is also if you receive a guardian email. That'll give you some of the announcements of the events of either the week or of that day. So finally, we want to leave you with our emails. We look forward to hearing from you and working with you. And then we have our website available to you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.